Yo, what's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? Y'all remember hit that like button, that subscribe button, man. As we do this once again, like we always do. Y'all know what time it is. It's the one and only Mr. 110, where I keep it what? 110 all day, every day. Every day, man. And the day is no different. Before I get started, shout out Jalen Hurst and the Philadelphia Eagles for putting that work in. Putting that work in, man. Real talk. He finally got there and made it happen for the city of brotherly love. Now, y'all quit tearing that city up like that, man. Quit tearing that city up. Let's get into it. Kendrick Lamar in the halftime show. I rate that halftime show 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Why? It's not because of the diss song to Drake. That's been over with, as far as I'm concerned. Once again, it wasn't because he dissed Drake. That's over with. It was a public statement, like he said. This is a public statement, man. He understood his assignment. And he understood one thing. He was on the biggest platform in the world yesterday. And he displayed it, what? On national TV. With the one and only who in the house. I don't have to say no words. Y'all know who was there besides the fans. And it was a clear statement made by Kendrick Lamar and the team that he picked to make the statement with. So shout out to Kendrick Lamar, man, for making that major statement. He is the modern day Tupac Shakur of this time. I say it again. He is the modern day Tupac Shakur of this time. And what's so cold about it? He know it. He know it. So any man that challenges him, you challenge at your own risk. Challenge at your own risk. Lyrical genius. That's what he is. And like I always say, you have to give a ball, a strike a strike. And the whole world saw it yesterday, but some people missed it. Some people missed the message that was being sent out yesterday. Like I said, it was bigger than a halftime performance. It was a message that was sent out yesterday. He put a lot of people on notice. He put a lot of people on notice, namely the politicians. Let them know he got eyes on them. He got eyes on them. It was a public, it was a public lynching. That's what he did yesterday. He took them all by the horn and rolled them all the way out of there. Kendrick Lamar, man. Not the big three, but he. Talking about the man in the back of me. The one that's leaning up against that Grand National. Showed up, showed out. And for those that don't like it, it's because they never understood it. I heard a lot of people saying that's the boringest halftime I ever seen. Yeah, because you missed the point. You missed the point. And that's okay. Everybody not gonna get it all the time. Everybody don't understand because they looking for the wrong thing. They looking for a bunch of ass shaking. That's what they looking for. So when you looking for ass shaking, you're gonna miss the knowledge. It's the knowledge of what's count. And that's all right, a lot of people missed it. But for those that didn't miss it, and for those that knew what was going on, shout out to y'all. And shout out to me. Because I knew what was going on. The diss and Drake that's over with. No, that's already been bagged and moved on from. And if Drake don't know that, shame on him. The halftime show has nothing to do with diss and Drake. It was just packaged like that. It was packaged for the people to think it was all about diss and Drake. But the people that stood around and watched it close up, they knew it was bigger than that. And what did he do? He did it on the biggest platform of all times. Millions and millions of views. Millions of views. I mean, millions of views. If you ask me, hands down, the best message that was given to the people of all times. Right? And we already know who was in attendance. That message was for him and his people. And they're highly upset at the one and only Kendrick Lamar. But shout out once again to Kendrick Lamar, man, and the help that he brought along with him. Samuel Jackson. We all know who he is. It's perfect. They timed it perfect. You can ask for a better performance than this performance. That's if you understand and you follow the symbolism of what he was saying. But once again, it's going to be a lot of people missed it. Shame on y'all. Hope y'all catch it on the back end. But for those that got it, shout out to y'all. But from me to you, this is from me to you. My best part in the halftime show was this right here. Uncle Sam. Who is Uncle Sam? The government that tells you what to do every day, all day. But in this case, Uncle Sam was black. For those that didn't know and for those that do know, I'm going to say it anyway. All-star cast. And they were black. Who knew that Uncle Sam would show up as a black man? I can't ask for a better script than this, man. It was perfectly scripted. Perfectly. Surprise, surprise. That's what I call it. It was an ultimate surprise. Ultimate surprise. Once again, man, symbolism, that's what it was, man. And it was written out and it played out on the biggest stage of all time in front of millions of people. But once again, some call it boring. They call this boring. Some people got it, some people didn't, right? But I got it. I got it. And what I'm about to do is we're going to look at symbolism, man, and see what he stood for and see what he was talking about. This for those that didn't get it. For those that did get it, shout out to y'all, man. As my boy K. Dot lean on the Grand National. Let's get it. Samuel Jackson, man. Some know him very well. Samuel Jackson played Uncle Sam, right? The house Negro, like he played in the Django. And we already knew what do the government do. Samuel Jackson won Kendrick Lamar, right? Play the game with white America because they want us to play it and not be ghetto. What do? Every time they hear a song that's written that they don't understand? Turn that ghetto music down. Turn it down. That's what they say. That's number 2 on the list. Number 3, let's talk about the Squid Games and the stage which is symbolized rich killing the poor. Did y'all catch that on the Squid Games? That's what happens, man. Every day you are getting unalive by the rich from a mental standpoint. Some don't see that because they miss the symbolism in these songs and this performance because they looking for some ass shaking. Right? Number 4, we all saw the dancers was red, white, and blue, which represented what? The American flag. And what is not there on this list is how Kendrick Lamar walked between the red, white, and blue to show the dividing of America. We see it every day. It's divided. And this one I like a lot, number 5. How many of y'all seen the street corner and the prison rec yard, as they call it, where all the brothers gather around and harmonize to a man that's in prison that can rap? It happens every day. And on this particular stage, it was played out in the front of your very eyes. But people thought he was just rapping. He really was painting with his lyrics. People couldn't pick that up. That's why they said, boring. Look who's on stage. It's number 6. Protecting the black women like Serena after the disrespect from who? Drake. He had not only Serena, he had SZA on the stage with him. He had both of those on the stage with him, right? And number 7, let's talk about that. Let's talk about number 7, man. And once again, he reminded Drake, they not like us. That's what number 7 reads out. They not like us. Who is they? Who is they? You put the last part of that with that. They not like us. America is divided, man. So K. Dot didn't just perform. He didn't perform. He carried it out in public and woke a lot of people's minds up that wanted to be woke. For those that didn't get the message, go back and review the halftime show, man. It was more than just a halftime show. It was hey man, he carried it out in public on the biggest stage of all time, man. He gave it to us. And for those that got it, shout out to y'all, man. And for those that didn't get it, do your homework. Do your homework because knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. You can have all the money in the world, but if you don't have the knowledge, you got nothing. Remember that. Remember that. This is a trend-setting individual for the culture, man. This is the modern day Tupac Shakur. No other person couldn't have pulled this off on this stage like K. Dot. Nobody. That's my opinion. And I know a lot of people want to see Wayne there with the ass shaking music and the getting high music. This was clean. I like to call it a clean glass against a dirty glass. And he gave you a choice on what glass you could drink from. He put it on all levels. And he put it in your face. Remember, knowledge is power, man. Knowledge is power. And that's real. You can have all the money in the world, but if you lack knowledge, you might as well be like the bum under the bridge, man. Remember to hit that like button and that subscribe button, man. It didn't take me long to deliver this message here, man, because it was served on a platter. All you had to do was eat it. This the food that people tend to miss because they get too full off of the other. This is what they tend to miss right here. This is the real food. K-Dot gave it to you. So if you miss the knowledge and you was looking for the halftime show, you still hungry. Because he gave it to you on the biggest stage of all time, the grandest stage, when millions of people were looking. They gave him the platform and he fed the people. And it's up to you to eat it. It's up to you to eat it. Like I said, knowledge is power, man. And what did I say? It's power to the people. Whoever your people are. Whoever your people are. Power to the people. Do your homework. Educate yourself. Because if not, when the revolution comes, that's played out on a high level, you ain't gonna know what hits you. And that's why he said what he said. The revolution is being played out on national TV yesterday. Y'all remember hit that like button and that subscribe button, man. Salute.